Hey, what's up everyone? It's Chris Winter here for another DSLR video. Now today I'm actually in Stockholm in Sweden. This is part of my European vacation that I've been on for the last couple of weeks. I'm actually in a part called Gamla stan, which is a beautiful old part of town with some really nice colourful buildings. So if you're ever in Stockholm, definitely recommend you check it out. Now today we're going to take a look at the Canon 18-135 STM lens, and we're going to take a look at the face tracking recognition on the Canon 70D and see how they pair up together. So let's take a look at it and see how it works. So right now I'm using the spot focus autofocus function on the Canon 70D. So I've got the little square just where my head is, and if I move out of that frame, you'll see that I'll go out of focus because it will be focusing on whatever's behind me. So if I move back into there, it should be working pretty well. Now, but what I want to test out now is the face tracking, because it normally works pretty well on this lens, but let's see how it works right now. Okay, so right now my Canon 70D is onto the face tracking mode and it seems to be working pretty well. I'm going to move back and forth and see if my face stays in focus, and we'll see how the 18-135 lens works with that STM motor. So as you can see, it seems to be keeping my face in focus. Currently I'm at f3.5, which is not a super wide aperture, and it should be pretty easy to keep me in focus, but as you can see, it works pretty well. Sorry for having my ugly mug that close to the camera. All right, now I'll go much further back and see if it can pick me up from there. Okay, so I'll walk to the camera and see when it starts to pick up my face. And there it goes, it looks like it's picking me up. So you can actually do a piece to camera like this and have a moving subject, and it seems to be able to track the face pretty well. So what I'll do now is something different. I'm going to try and trick it. I'm going to put my cap on and see if it can still pick me up with my part of my face in shadow. So it doesn't seem to make much of a difference, and it still seems like I'm in focus, which is really good. All right, so let's put this over like this. See if it's lost my face or not. Did for a little bit, but then it picked it up and now it's back in focus. So what I want to do now is jump out of frame and see how quickly it can get me back in focus. So there you go, it was pretty quick to get me back in focus, and I've got to say that the STM lens is working really, really well. So now we're at 135mm, and as you can see, my face is in focus and it's working pretty well. Obviously the depth of field is a little bit shorter now because, or smaller now, because the lens is at that length. So what I'm going to do is walk back and see if it can keep my face in focus, or even I'll walk back and then turn around and see if it will pick up my face. Okay, so I'll walk up and see if it can get me in focus. There you go, it looks like it's done a pretty good job. I'm going to have to duck down a little bit right here. This is a real close-up, but it seems that the Canon 18-135 STM lens really does work well as an autofocus lens. It's as good as a camcorder, I'll say that right now, especially working with such shallow depths of field. Just one more thing guys, if you like this video, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these lens tests, autofocus tests, reviews and all of that. So if you liked it, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button because it makes a big difference. All right guys, have a fantastic day. See you later. Bye.